Page 92. This is the chorale at the bottom of the page, the number 2. Just a reading exercise, just reading music. That's all we're doing. And here we're just reading block chords. 2 notes in each hand at the same time. And again, try sight reading it. If you can't do both hands together, do it just one hand at a time. You know, this gives you a chance to double check your fingering and all. Fingering in the book might work, and then again, it might not. I'm sure the author would disagree. They would say the fingering works, so shut up. Okay. Now I'll go through the process I use to learn a piece of music, and we'll see. I look it over. It's 2 lines long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. There's 1 sharp in the key signature, so this is either in the key of G major or E minor. If you look at the end, we're here. It's an E minor chord. We're not using the B. You don't have to use all the notes. They're there. It's an E minor chord. So it's an E minor. But do the scales in our pages for both. G major and E minor. Okay. A 4/4 time signature. I'm going to take it one hand at a time so I can check on the fingering and all. Rhythm shouldn't be a problem, but here, they want 1/3. So it's going to sort of in this position. Oh, yeah. Don't forget the F sharp. It's in the key signature, so it's part of the position. So it's 1, 2. Thumb comes. Then the last line, they want 3/5 there. That's fine. You can do that. Thumb comes down. This is very common, but this 1/4, that doesn't work too well. But they want that. This way you're in position for the rest of the piece. But I just don't want to go from here to here. Can we cover all these notes in one hand position? How about that? And then come up with a 1/3. I think that's easier. 2/4 or 2/5, excuse me, and then a 1/3 for the next one. Yeah. Left hand, let's see, 2/4 here. 1, 2, thumb. That's pretty simple. Second line, it would come down. That's fine, just come down. Here, don't like that. 2. They want 2/4. Don't like that either. I don't want to go from here to here. Ugh. So let's look at this last line here on fingering. We're here to here. I'd like to prepare that a little better. So I don't need thumb on that note. I can put some other finger there. I mean, it starts out okay, but then when I come up here, how about using 5 again? If I use 5/2 for measure 6, now I'm ready. So it's there. And for the last measure, it's 3/2, not 4/2. It's here. I don't know why they want 4/2. That makes sense to me. So then I put them together. And again, I'm just trying to figure out which fingers are working together. So I'll hesitate. That's okay. I don't care. E minor chords in this. The next line, you're coming down. I'm using this in the right hand. I'm using that B as my pivot to come back here. I'm just kind of squishing up. So that way I can focus more on the left hand. Makes it a little easier moving the hands because I'm kind of got an anchor. And here. Measure 6, I did both of those chords in one hand position. Here to here. Then I come up. Here. So I get that worked out, so I got an idea which fingers are working together. And then I'll go back over it slowly and carefully, maybe just a measure or 2 at a time, and work out all the hesitations. Then I can think about the articulation, and here it's all connected. Well, that's a joke, because you can't connect it on piano. They're repeated notes and they're chords. But at the end of the first line, you're moving, you're lifting, like taking a breath, you just got it just a little bit short. Otherwise, you're connecting this, in theory. Then the dynamics, well, you can play all of this the same if you'd like, moderately soft, mezzo piano. I kind of think the top note in the right hand is the melody. So if you have the control, bring out that note. And these others soft, exaggerate if you need to. It's a good exercise on control. If you're a piano major, you're trying to learn to control that enough. If you're not, don't worry about it. Just play them all the same. But if you're going to bring out one note just for practice, do it to every voice. We brought the sopranos out. Now bring this voice out. Bring that voice, the altos. Now bring the tenors out. Or the bass. All these on that one. Just for practice. It's good on the control of the fingers. The weight, I'm just putting more weight on the louder note. But the kicker is get the notes down at the same time. So the one note is heavy, the others are light. See, on the first and second measure, I tend to want to stay there and then change on that because they're repeated notes. If you can. If not, don't worry about it. Then the speed is lento, which is slow. That gives people plenty of time to hear this. So they can hear the harmony and think about the harmony before it goes on. Okay. And of course they've added pedal. Well, we certainly need pedal in this. First off, we want to connect the chords. We can't do it without pedal very well. And because it's slow, people have time to hear all the harmonies and things. We want to give the overtones to give it color. So it's going to be overlap pedal, and they're going to change it with the harmony. When the chord changes, the pedal changes to keep it clean. So at the beginning, notes first in the pedal. Change it after play the notes. Now in measure 3, that's all the same harmony, so why change the pedal? They're keeping the melody clean. They don't want all that, so they're keeping the melody clean. I like that. I like a clean melody. Now, if you want to hear the phrasing, lift the pedal up so we get a little bit of silence. If you don't want to hear the phrasing, you overlap it. And that's the pedaling. Sounds pretty good. This sort of music actually sounds better if it's sung. You know, people going la 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 or something, whatever, and they can really connect it. Or maybe on an organ or something, where wind instruments that can control the sound. With piano, you play it and it dies away. And then you play it and it dies away. And it's very percussive sounding. It's nicer if we could just have this, each note played, and maybe just a slight accent, just a very slight. And the lento I said is slow. Well, you decide what slow is, but don't drag it. Because that doesn't work so well on a piano. It would work better if you're going to sing it or something. But otherwise, don't drag it. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll give us 4 counts. I'll go ahead and pedal it just so you can see the pedal. I think you can hear the note. Hopefully you can hear the notes okay. You can tell if you're playing the same notes I am, even though we're playing 4 notes at a time. 1, 2, ready, go.